You're asking me about the role of academia and the role of scholarly knowledge in transforming reality and in activism. Of course, these are huge questions. And there are different facets to it. Of course, if you think purely about academia, what we are doing in trying to translate academic knowledge to activity on the ground and to improving the situation is a waste of time. And I'm told all the time, why am I wasting time running on the hills of the West Bank or among Bedouin villages, right? So I could have been a better scientist and published more if I didn't do it. But I think this price is worth paying because of scholarly and moral considerations. First of all, scholarly, while it could be considered a waste of time, it is very, very enriching. I feel when I go to gatherings, meetings, that I'm in a better position to also comment about theories, histories, comparisons, because of my on-the-ground enmeshment. And wherever I go to other places, I usually also get engaged with native struggles, with sites of informal building, with the planners, etc., and the policymakers. So this is something that, of course, you would have many academics not doing that, the majority. And if you're asking me in general about the role of academia in conflict, I would say it has a great potential, but the reality of the ground, it usually falls in and hides, and it's very disappointing. And to think about the role of Israeli academia, where most scholars know that the Israeli colonial rule over the West Bank is disastrous. It's disastrous politically, it brings us all into an apartheid situation, and it's disastrous morally. And yet you find that the academia is silent. By and large, it's silent. It's doing almost nothing. My course in Ben-Gurion, which is one of the better places, is only 1 out of 3 courses of the whole university that people can take about issues of the West Bank and exploitation and colonialism. People can go through Israeli academia without even knowing about the conflict, and I suspect in many other hegemonic or ethnocratic societies there is a great effort to silence all these noises. So in general, I would say that academia around the world has been, while it has a potential to upset the oppressive status quo, it did the opposite. Usually either by silencing itself, gagging itself, or by working with regimes, which they normally do. They reinforce the current situation, and this is disappointing, but we still have the potential to work with. And the potential of freedom of thought, freedom of research, freedom of speech, little as it is, it will always be there. And you'll always find a few crazy people, like Orly Friedman, Oren Yiftachel, that will try to change wherever we see oppression, you know. Because once you see oppression, as Arundhati Roy so well wrote in one of her pieces, silence is as political as talking, right? And you cannot unsee it. So either way, you are political. If you say nothing, you enforce the status quo or the oppression. So I think this is the potential that I work with. And usually from a group of 100 students, maybe 10 will take a position and start working on the ground in various ways for more justice, for more equality, etc. So this is both sort of the price that we have to pay, but also the hope that we have from academia. And I'm sure it's the right combination. A little bit maybe less publication, but more relevance to the societies in which you live.